So in this video, I'm going to show you the marker capability of FieldFox in terms of moving around with a delta marker. So we're in the Spectrum Analyzer mode, and I'm going to set the center frequency to 2 gigahertz where my signal is, and let's set the span to 200 megahertz. And I'll drop my res bandwidth just so we can kind of see better. Then I'll put on a marker at the peak, and I'm going to turn on marker table. And then I will go back to my marker, and then I'll put on a marker 2 at the peak, but let's do a delta, for example, of 20 megahertz. And you can see here it's 20 megahertz off. Then I'll turn marker 3 on, put that at the peak, and do a delta again, and this time we'll do a 20 megahertz minus. So they're at plus or minus 20 megahertz. Now I'm going to be moving my center frequency around. I'm going to use the knob on the actual box. Let's go off a little bit. And you can see that the delta marker relative position maintained. The problem is if you move off of the span, so now I'm going to keep moving here, I'll use the down arrow. Oh, I'm okay. It's moving the center frequency. So now I'm off the screen, for example. If I bring it back on, now I've lost it. So if your delta marker setting is within your span, if you never change the span or if you never leave the screen, then it's fine. But if you're going to, for example, let's say you started at, you want to test 2 gigahertz, and let's say it's, let's go back to our 10 megahertz example. So we'll go, it's easier to just do all off. Marker 1, normal, 2 gig. Marker 2, normal, 2 gig, delta, 20 meg. Marker 3, normal, 2 gig, delta, do 20 minus meg. And now you want to be able to, for example, just change your frequencies. Let's say go to 3 gigahertz. Now you've completely lost those. So as long as you're never changing your span or your markers are staying within the span, moving it around works. But if it's outside of it, we don't have that ability.